Hello everyone. I'm so delighted to be joining you as the Australia Day Ambassador for the Barcaldine region for 2022. And whilst yet again COVID has thwarted many exciting plans, it's great to be with you in any format. As a psychologist and one of the founders of the mental health and wellbeing organisation Outback Futures, I'm a huge fan of story. And of course Australia Day is so full of stories. Stories from the rich Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander history, traditions and culture that were the foundations of our nation, and particularly the Inangai people, the traditional custodians of the land in the Barcaldine region. Stories of invasion, devastation and disruption as new cultures were brought onto these shores. Stories from cultures far and wide across the globe as people have moved to make this land their home. And stories of modern culture and life evolving across new generations. Stories of the outback, Indigenous, grazing, townships, desert, livestock, small business and more, all holding elements of struggle, identity and pain, hardship, courage, determination, faith and hope. Every one of us holds a vital role in the development and the future of these stories, no matter how young or old, our walk of life or our cultural heritage. On this day, we need to make sure that we listen, reflect and respect every story that is part of who we are. Let's hear the pain and acknowledge the cost, but also celebrate the strengths and the challenges of who we are becoming. Whilst we can't change past mistakes and heartache, we need to take responsibility for the stories of the present, and we're holding the pencil that will write the story to come. I say who we are becoming because one of the things that my story has taught me is that stories need to be written in pencil, not pen. When I first began engaging with Outback families back in 2011 and began shaping the model for mental health and wellbeing that became the Outback Futures community facilitation model, it was a steep learning curve, trying to understand the complexities, joys and challenges that come with living remotely. I saw remarkable strength, heart and capacity mixed with humour and love as people navigated and celebrated bush life. And as I learned about the Aussie bush culture, I heard much pride and celebration, but I also saw much pain and struggle. In my world of mental health, sometimes the story of our culture, no matter what the culture is, can restrain us and limit us. For me, the power of story is that we can choose so much of the narrative. Sometimes we assume that the stories of our life are written in permanent marker and that others get to decide what our story says or who we are in that story. But actually, my experience as a psychologist has taught me that some of that is false. Stories are only written in pencil. We can rewrite the ending, and we can choose how we respond to the elements of a plot that are painful and challenging. And we can choose to be a hero in our story that is worthy of self-respect and the respect of all our fellow Australians. So today I encourage you to hear and acknowledge the pain, but also the achievements of the journey. Celebrate the heroes and Australia Day champions being acknowledged today for 2022. Listen to the stories of others that make up the people we are, and commit this year to being the worthy hero of your story, contributing with all of us together to the story of this nation. Again, congratulations to the Australia Day Award winners of 2022. Thank you.